A new world order. The Iran-Russia-China axis during the Biden administration. This is a report by Majid Rafizadeh via the Gatestone Institute. As Winston Churchill famously pointed out, I never worry about action, but only about inaction. The Biden administration's inaction has led to the creation of a new axis of tyrannies, Russia, China, and Iran, with North Korea not far behind. Let's remember Russia, China, and Iran are part of the BRICS alliance. As the Tehran Times, which has close ties to the Iran's foreign ministry, wrote, today we are witnessing the formation of a new world order. And let's remember, they're also ditching the dollar. Iran, China, and Russia recently conducted joint naval exercises in the south of Oman, dubbed Marine Security Belt 2023. Iran's state-controlled press TV boasted that to oppose the United States, China and Russia have also stepped up their joint military exercises in recent years as part of their aligning of foreign policies. Back in December, the naval forces of China and Russia launched a one-week joint exercise off the coast of the Chinese Zhejiang province in the East China Sea. China's Eastern Theater Command of the People's Liberation Army said at the time that the joint exercise was directed at demonstrating the determination and capability of the two sides to jointly respond to maritime security threats and further deepen the China-Russia comprehensive new era strategic partnership of coordination, end quote. And let's remember, I did a previous a video a few days ago where they also informed us that they signed military alliance agreement, that they would help each other in case of aggression. So if somebody goes against China, Russia and Iran and all the other members of BRICS, members and associates would help in that, it would help China, as an example, China in that conflict. Can you imagine? Now, going back to this, when these kinds of critical axes develop in the world among authoritarian regimes, they will most likely last for many years, if not decades. As U.S. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley, told lawmakers, the alliance among China, Russia, and Iran would be a problem for the United States. Speaking before the House Armed Services Committee alongside Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, Milley said that Russia and China are getting close together, and then Iran is the third, so those three countries together are going to be problematic for many years to come, I think, especially Russia and China, because of their capability, he said. The Iranian regime especially is fully benefiting from this access and is selling weapons to Russia, selling oil and trading with Russia and China in spite of sanctions, and counting on Beijing and Moscow support in the UN Security Council. As Ali Akbar Velayati, a senior advisor to Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, surprisingly acknowledged to Iran state-controlled Tasmin News. He said, we are one of the few countries in the world that clearly stands against the United States, strongly continues its political life, and establishes relations and deals with other countries. So what's wrong with us having relations with countries like Russia, China, and India? These countries have advanced technology, and many times, unlike the West, they have been responsive to our requests and offered their capabilities to us. What else should we expect from an allied country? Yes, during the years of sanctions, our best customer has been China, and in some years we have traded goods worth up to $52 billion with China. Recently, in the latest move made by the West and led by the United States, a resolution was supposed to be issued against us in the UN Security Council, but it was vetoed by both Russia and China, they said. The Biden administration has created a vacuum of leadership on the global stage. If the U.S. further pulls out of Asia, the Indo-Pacific, the Middle East, Ukraine, Latin America, anywhere, the vacuum created will surely be filled by the new axis of China, Russia, Iran, of course. As the U.S. pullout is most probable, just what are they hoping and waiting for? That's the big question. Obviously, China, Russia, Iran will fill the gap. If Putin sees any gains in Ukraine, China will try to seize Taiwan. Former U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton accurately told radio host John Katsimatidis on the WABC 770 morning show. He said, we're sitting still, and the Chinese and Russians, Iran, North Korea, and several others are moving to shore up their relations and threaten us in a lot of different places. It's an indication that the Saudis and others are also trying to hedge their bets with China and Russia because they don't think the United States has the resolve and the fortitude necessary to do what they need to do to protect the world against Iran and its intentions. Bolton added, the Chinese have a strategy they've been following. We kind of wander around from day to day, he said. Thanks to the lack of leadership and the vacuum that the Biden administration has created and appears continuing to create on the global stage, the new axis of Iran, China, Russia has been shaped with Beijing, Moscow, and the ruling mullahs of Iran rather than the brutalized people of Iran. The axis is seizing leadership of the New World Order, or if the world's communists manage to defeat the world's democrats, as they seem tenaciously determined to do, it will be more accurately the New World Disorder. And this is on Zero Hedge, reported by Majid Rafizadeh from the Gatestone Institute. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.